I also want to share my congratulations to our Pathfinder Honorees this year.
My name's Beth Colosimo. I'm the Executive Director of the Mill Entrepreneurship Center and Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses. I was a small business owner and started from basically the back of a napkin with an idea and launched my own company in 2004. And fast forward, now I get to help young women and men and people of all walks of life start their own small businesses. We try to teach all of our entrepreneurs and the people that we support that just keep going. Confront those obstacles. There are answers. There are going to be hard days, but for the most part, they're going to be good days if you just lean into, a good, strong support system.
She's a model for people to observe how she does things, to observe how she handles situations and helps others grow. And within her own team, within the people that she supports.
Growth, grit, and grace. I think that sure does describe the last couple of years that we've all endured, but it really speaks to the journey that most entrepreneurs are on. Utah is full of entrepreneurs, and even though they've had setbacks, people want to start small businesses. I would say that the programs that we're building right now for entrepreneurs, we're really reaching into the underserved communities. They are all looking to grow, and so as a result of that, we are also growing with them.
You see her growth as she works with these businesses and understanding more about what they do, more about the challenges they go through. She used to be a business owner herself and understands and can empathize with the challenges that the small business owner goes through.
To be a Pathfinder is so gratifying, humbling, and I'm super grateful to the Chamber for the opportunity.
Congratulations, Beth, for being the 2021 Pathfinder Award honoree. There's nobody that deserves it more than you.
I'm honored to be a 2021 Pathfinder Award recipient.
From day one, my parents said, you can work the hardest and you can be the best. If you don't have integrity, you can lose everything within minutes. One of the milestones that I would like to highlight of my career was when Richard Hunt invited me and offered me the opportunity to buy in and be a shareholder with Hunt Electric. I felt like I am truly living the American dream.
EBA has paved the way for other women to succeed, just surely by her example of doing what she's done in this industry.
Launching the Women in Leadership Institute was, from day one, an important goal. We want to make sure that there's a female voice on every panel, in every conversation.
EB constantly goes out of her way to try to mentor and help others. And she kind of puts that first. And in turn, that's helped Hunt Electric be really successful.
I have 2 team members that are female, and I encourage them on a continuous basis to get involved, to make their voice heard, to make sure that they take initiatives, and I empower them as much as I can.
So I know the theme for the conference this year is growth, grit, and grace. And I think that is a perfect description of Evie.
From my perspective, growth goes with grit. You need grit to grow. Do not give up. Grit is all about not giving up. You fall down, you get up, and you look for the next way to solve that problem. It is really to grow, not just for the benefit of yourself, but for the benefit of others.
Congratulations, Evie, on being a 2021 Pathfinder Award recipient.
I'm honored to be a 2021 Pathfinder Award recipient.
I did not realize the significance of my being elected to office till I was at church one day. This woman came up to me and she said, I stood up all night. I was up all night. I would not go to bed till I found out that you won. She said, because I never thought in my lifetime of living here in Utah, I would see a Black woman walk through those house doors. I know that there's people in marginalized communities who often feel that their voices are not heard. That's how I wanted to make my impact. If you'll notice a lot of the bills I run, it's bills that's going to impact those communities.
I look at the examples that she brings for other women of color, and for them to be able to say, hey, I look like her. I got this. There's an opportunity for me to do this.
Grit, growth, and grace. You know what? I think to be in this position, you have to be bold and you have to have grit. And you have to be willing to grow. You have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone, and you have to be willing to listen to other opinions that you may not be comfortable with. And I think with grace, I think that's something we're lacking these days. We don't allow grace to other folks, that grace to be able to make mistakes, and a grace to ourselves to be able to make mistakes.
Being able to live in a predominantly white state and to be able to be a woman of color, there are challenges that are out there. She's a freaking fighter, but she does it with a huge smile. She handles it with dignity, she handles it with class. She puts her nose down and she continues to fight for the things that she believes in and for the community that she serves.
I think people have been more inspired and have had more courage to step out. And so it is very exciting to me to see that.
Congratulations, Representative Hollins, for receiving the 2021 Pathfinder Award.
I am honored to be a 2021 Pathfinder Award recipient.
Thinking about when I got started in public affairs, it began back in high school. I knew I wanted to be a professional woman and really slay it in the business game, but I didn't know what that career path was for me. So I went to the University of Utah, majored in communications, and it was my grandma, who's been such an influence in my world, who had worked for Smith's for 32 years. There happened by circumstance to be a position as a public affairs assistant. Fortunately, I was able to show my work ethic as an assistant, and then the company created their first public affairs coordinator role for me, which gained me a little bit more exposure, which helped me develop more of my skills, and that's why I'm where I am today.
You know, one of Aubriana's roles is she spends a lot of time in the community. When I think about Pathfinder and I think about somebody, especially a young professional like that, I think Aubriana, people look at her and think, man, she's doing it, I can do it.
Growth, grit, and grace. So the definition of growth is being able to be flexible, being able to evolve. Grit with resilience, having resilience, and grace essentially in my mind is compassion. How do we work through those challenges that we have with compassion? Utah has been a reflection of growth, grit, and grace. And I don't think I've been more proud to work for this company, to be a member of the chamber, and to say that Utah is home.
You think about equality and diversity and how important that is in any company, and to have somebody as young and as professional and has done the job, she is going to be a Pathfinder for a long time.
I know myself, and I'm sure many others, never feel like they're quite doing enough, right? There's always more to do. And so many people and so many women deserve that recognition. So for the chamber to recognize me as a Pathfinder is a tremendous honor.
Congratulations, Aubriana, for being a 2021 Pathfinder Honoree.
I am truly honored to be a 2021 Pathfinder recipient.
I would call myself an accidental banker. I was in college and started as a teller just as a job, and Didn't realize that I would love the finance industry so much, and I was able to kind of move up within the banking industry and decided that I really liked banking and working with people and the relationships there. And I also had a finance degree, and so I love the numbers part of the business as well.
I think Brittany's the perfect example of growth, grit, and grace. I've seen her learn a new role, excel at it at a national level, and then take over as actually leading the Utah and Idaho market. She doesn't just see an obstacle or see a challenge. She really looks at it, has an incredible solution, and brings us all along to be successful.
As leaders, we're always growing, and part of that is helping to develop the teams that we're working with out in the community. We've had opportunities to work with companies throughout the state that have had significant needs. I would say a lot of working mothers have to have a lot of grace in kind of juggling the home life and then jumping back into work. You know, it can be challenging at times, but it's also really rewarding to live in kind of both of those worlds.
How have I not seen Brittany pave the way for other women in our community? I mean, whether it's through her extracurricular activities, through actually working with the Women's Business Center that's associated with the Chamber, or even within our own organization, Brittany really lifts you up and empowers you to really become who you are and be successful at the firm.
I am completely humbled by the award and the opportunity to be named a Pathfinder. I find there's so many incredible women in our community, and I mean, for me, it's truly an honor.
Congratulations, Brittany, on being a 2021 Pathfinder Award recipient.
I am honored to be a 2021 Pathfinder Award recipient.
I think the obstacles in life are not easy. I think early in my career, I wanted to move fast, right? And in the public sector, it just does not move fast like the private sector. But for me, I'm passionate about the mission. I'm all about helping people. And if I'm not doing that, I don't feel like I'm adding value. Actions speak louder than words. Being honest, being trustworthy, being respectful.
So Lori, first off, is the perfect combination of energy and enthusiasm, and also just being really good at what she does. There's never good enough with Lori. It's always, how can we do this the very best way to meet the needs of our clients, to meet the needs of our patients? And I think what that translates to for a Pathfinder is that the people she's mentoring pick up on that as well.
So the theme for the conference, Growth, Grit, and Grace, is something that I'm passionate about, and in thinking about how we can always continue to grow in our lives professionally and personally. Grace to me is really all about relationships. It's supporting each other and doing our best to make a difference. I feel like grit is really all about your character. And Mother Teresa said, your true character is most accurately measured by how you treat those who can do nothing for you. And I love that quote because I think a lot of times we always wonder what's in it for us and what's in it for me. And it's not about you, it's about helping other people and providing the care and support that they need.
There's not a person at the hospital that I'm aware of who hasn't worked with Lori, who, you know, she takes it out of the professional realm and makes a personal connection with her, with whoever she's working with.
The piece of advice that I would give to other women is just never give up. Always continue to do your best and believe that people have the best interest.
Congratulations, Lori, on being a 2021 Pathfinder Award recipient.
I'm honored to be a 2021 Pathfinder Award recipient.
On behalf of the Salt Lake Chamber, thanks to each of you for your contributions and for your engagement in the community. Because of you, Utah and Salt Lake City is doing remarkably well. We're grateful for your contributions in putting Utah and Salt Lake City in the top position that we're in. We couldn't do it, we couldn't accomplish it without you. Thanks.